all the windows were closed. Then the master bedroom door slammed by itself, and nobody. It was only myself. The moment I touch and turn, I got electrocuted. I literally tumbled down.
I just like randomly said, "Wow, your balcony view very nice, huh?" And I felt a hand holding my waist after that. "Your braces pain or not?" I say, "No, why?" "Oh, one try kiss."
Oh shit.
Then the door opened and I was like, "You crazy leh!" Then I walked out.
Welcome to another episode of STFU, and today we have Singapore's most hardworking real estate agent with us, Andy and Joyce.
Wow. Okay, so hi, I'm Andy.
And I'm Joyce.
I'm actually currently 32 years old and 31 years old. We're leading a team of 80 to 90 people in this industry for 7 years myself.
And 11 years. And also consecutive 5 years millionaire for the past 5 years.
That's why the intro was.
No, that's why we can produce Howlian agent like you also.
I'm not very Howlian, very humble. Yeah, very humble one.
Driving Tesla, have a BTO.
You say Tesla is US Toyota.
At the age of 25, right?
Yeah, but I sell my kidney, so later you see.
Okay, so there's something that we've been wanting to ask Andy. So understand that this was not your first job. So you actually joined around 7 years ago. So maybe you can share a bit more of what were you doing before real estate?
So before that, I was actually a HR executive and then got poached to a startup company to become an operational manager. In a sense, like a pao ka liao kind of thing lah. What actually triggered me to actually take the action button to join real estate is there was one incident. Because my boss back then told me, if you are able to help me save money, at the year end, we'll give you a higher bonus or dividend. We were doing like a co-living company, concept business. Then instead of asking the handyman down just to change a light bulb, I thought, let me do it myself lah. So, gei kiang, the 越做越 jialat. So I brought the toolbox with the scooter down to City Light from River Valley. Then after that, what happened? When I stepped into the house, to the room, the ceiling was like 3 meter high. I was like, wow, jalat. No ladder, no nothing. The garang mi came out lor. Okay lah, I take the bed and then the table, then with the 2 chairs, I stack it up. Then I was like, wow, doable leh. So I went up. I remember I switched off the switch already. Then I turned the light bulb. I turned, then the glass shattered. Then left the casing there. I was like, wow, jalat. I used the plier, I turn, cannot turn. Then I was like thinking, okay lah, since it's off, I don't want to climb all the way down. I use my hand, I turn. The moment I touch and turn, I got electrocuted. I literally tumbled down, Luckily, nobody was in the house. All the tenants were like outside working. I fell on the ground. At that point of time, I was like crying. I literally tear. I was asking myself, I studied so hard, fresh grad, come out, do operations manager, but doing all this like changing light bulb, and worse still, there was one incident I actually got to change the toilet bowl. My hand literally ran in,
Grab the shit.
Not grab the shit lah, but it's more of like changing the parts because I had zero idea on how to change So and that was a point of time when I thought, wow, so difficult. And every time I call this lady over here, she was like telling me, oh, I'm at Orchard having sushi or doing facial, enjoying. Then I'm like, wow, 不对嘞, I'm here working 9 to 5, earning 2005, while she's there relaxing and then earn way more than me. I think back then I was like easily 10 to 15,000 already. I was
For
like,
21-year-old.
Yeah, 21-year-old, can you imagine? So I was like, wow, cannot. Then that's where I told myself I have to make a change. So instead of, because back then my sister in the industry, the insurance industry, so it was either join her or join my partner lah. So she was like telling me, why not we build an empire ourselves? And then I was like, okay lah, real estate, something very interesting. And then you get to see those amazing house. That's why I decided I went to take the exam 4 times and pass. So to encourage those people who actually still taking exam, please persevere through, because you are able to see the fruits that we are having now lah. Yeah. So that was why I actually joined the real estate industry back then.
Yeah, so maybe Joyce can share a bit on also previously what were you doing and why you started this real estate career.
This is my first proper full-time job. So last time I was just giving part-time tuitions and also went to Bible school. While giving tuitions, I also did like a lot of MLMs, bake cookies, and then sell makeup, sell health products. So whatever MLM you can think of, I probably step a foot in as well. Then when I was in Bible school, I was a PA to a property agent. So I did like calling all this. Then the checks that he received is like 5K, 10K. So I thought like, oh, actually real estate like not bad. Maybe I can like earn quite a substantial amount for myself also lah. After I finished and completed Bible school, I took my first property exam and I passed it. Yeah, lor. So then yeah, that's how I started lah.
But one thing that I really have to mention is that we keep thinking property agent earns so much, but the amount of sacrifices that we actually put in, nobody see.
So that leads us to the next question, because for real estate, we work on weekends and weekday nights. Having a family of 3 yourself, how do you all balance between work, between family, between the kids as well, and of course time spent between the two of you?
So for every Saturday and Sunday, we actually set the evening for our family, and then on the Tuesday is actually our Sabbath day lah, which is we take a day off, and that's where we actually really spend good time with our family. In times where the market was like is like very, very crazy, like EOK and Trump out, that month. Yeah, so we actually couldn't have much time to spend with the family. We actually did something extra lah, like maybe at night when we reach home 10 plus PM, we actually drive the kids out to have like a night ride kind of thing. Then drive them
Christmas
to Orchard,
lights.
Christmas lights,
See
and see
aeroplane.
aeroplane at the Seletar airbase. Yeah, so I mean, these are how we actually manage our time. In times where we do not have appointments and the kids happen to have a school day off, we will bring them off to excursion trip or something, a zoo, that kind of thing.
I think in real estate, there are quite a few couples. How do you all really balance between who does what? Like who does the prospecting, who does the presentation? Because for ourselves, we are quite clear cut. I think because we follow you guys.
Yeah,
lah.
your
Okay,
structure.
okay.
So we replicate the structure.
So our structure is quite similar. Yeah, so like maybe you can explain a bit on.
I feel I'm the more meticulous one lah, like need to follow the flow and all. So
The
like
timeline and the numbers are
Correct.
more meticulous.
Yeah.
So it's meticulous in different
Different
things,
way, yeah.
So we focus on our strengths, and over the years we know who is better at what.
Yeah.
So we choose the things that we are better at.
she loves
Yeah.
talking to new
Client.
people. Yeah, then for me is I love to present. Yeah, so that's why we focus on our strength, and then we actually work towards that lah.
Yeah.
But for Jay, she don't like to do both.
Hey,
Then congratulations, you can do everything. Then she collect money.
Congratulations.
Yeah, collect money.
Oh,
Can cook all your canvas she have one.
that one only.
hey, hello. Immediate one the phone call come must produce already.
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
But there are times where we really have like arguments and our own perspective lah. So
That's why we have dating Thursdays.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I need also.
Yeah, I think
Bro, every day with me. What are you talking about?
So, bro, why this dating Thursday came about was because
You spend too much
I
time.
spent too much time
With
with
you.
you guys.
excuse
No,
me.
it's not me.
Hello.
It's Sean.
Yeah, with my another children. That's why we decided to have our
Own
Thursday.
time lah. So it's
Yeah.
just 2 hours, 12 to 2 p.m. whereby we have lunch together and try not to talk about work, which we still do, but at least it's like a time off where we really share our hearts and like reflect on the week. And just 2 weeks ago, he actually threw the mail you wept and like share with me about your
baby.
reflection in the car when
A
you
real man cry.
Yeah, so
No, as in, no. It's well, okay.
It's scared,
Why
it's scared.
I cry was because there were many roles that I am carrying lah. So
Father.
I just feel that I can do better. You know, but being real with my partner, I'm a person that I will share everything out. I don't like to hold it within myself. When I hold it myself, I 会中性病. So that's why we talk, and then through this style of session, I can really lay out my heart and tell her what are the struggles and what are the areas that we can do better. Yeah. But one solid rule for us is that a principle that we always uphold is that if we have any disagreement, we have to get it settled before we sleep through lah. Yeah.
So we don't bring it to the next day.
Yeah.
So
that's how
dating Thursdays are important.
Good
Oh,
advice.
yeah. Because for real estate, we work mainly on weekend and weekday nights. Then the kids they are in school on weekday, like daytime, and then they come back in the evening. So how do you all balance between work and family?
So we actually set aside every Saturday night for my side of family. Then Sunday night will be her side of family dinner. Then also at the same time, every Tuesday will be like our Sabbath day lah for the week. So we will actually have a rest on that day. Then these are the time when we actually try to spend time with our kids. If sometimes we really overwork, we eat into our family time. So for the past few weeks, what we actually do, something very extra, is like 10 plus, we fetch the kids out for a night drive to see like Christmas lights. So I mean, as much as we are building our career, building the empire, we also want to make sure that we do not compromise on the time for our family and kids.
Because now we are talking about like how you all transition from like another
Full-time,
normal full-time
career.
job to a real estate career. So for the full-time job, most of them do you feel like there's like compromises like to be made, as much as people think like real estate is a very glorious job, then we make a lot of money, but like in terms of like time, family time, quality time, a lot of these times we don't have what we used to be able to enjoy lah. Like during the weekdays you go to work, then you know that in the evening for sure you have time with your family. Because for myself, currently, because we're doing real estate, then my friends around me, they are all like in the fixed job, right? So many of times, for example, when we want to hang out or we want to travel, so most of them usually they will want to go like during the weekend period. But because for us, that's our peak period. So usually I will tell them, can we avoid Saturday, Sundays? But for them, it's like they want to go Saturday, Sunday, so they don't have to take this extra 2 to 3 days leave.
Correct.
So it's very contradicting lah. So this is something that myself, I find this is a compromise that has to be made lah. Yeah, compared to like other jobs. So that's why it leads back to like the family time, which just now Andy shared.
I think for us, I mean, because we have 3 children lah, then of course, if my priority is my children, then like he focused a little bit more on work, on sales, and also on the team.
And us.
And you guys, definitely, you are his children as well.
So, given your experience in this industry, what are some of the very common mistakes that a lot of new agents make? Like, what makes or breaks a successful agent?
So a lot of new agents, when they come in, right, they keep thinking like, I don't have to do. It's very easy, yes, and I don't have to do cold calling. I don't have to do door knocks, and like a lot of advertisements they keep saying, oh, you no longer need to do all these traditional ways of prospecting. You just go Facebook, pay per click campaigns kind of thing. So a lot of them they took out like 20,000-30,000 or their saving. Then after that, the moment they pump in all this investment, it doesn't reap the amount of
returns,
harvest or returns that they want. Then halfway through, they just give up. So for us is that
I think we focus a little more on low cost prospecting.
Correct.
So that's how we did it, and also how most of you guys also did it, and also the most of the team. So if you realize that actually in terms of our return on investment on the amount of money that we put into the business is much more compared to the rest of the people that so far we know lah. I think that is our strength lah.
And I also want to highlight that in the real estate industry, the learning curve is very steep. So like a lot of them, they couldn't take the stress, they couldn't take the cannot bite through the bullets. Then halfway through, they will give up. So for us, it's like, because this is our rice bowl, the 2 of us, we have a whole family to feed and then the whole team to lead. We have to set examples. That's why like we always believe that we got to persevere through, then we'll enjoy the pie of the market.
So what is the secret sauce to having a sustainable real estate career?
I think there's really no such thing as balance because at the end of the day, to me, how I live my life to the fullest and purposeful every day is that when I am there, I really live in the moment. Like when I'm with my client, I make sure that I do my 200% with them. My spirit of excellence is there, being very empathetic to all their needs and requirements. When I'm with my family, when I'm with my children, I make sure that I'm with them 100%, so, or 200%, So when you want to do well in the industry, right, you were saying, so when you're at work, you really do your best for your clients.
So you're saying the secret sauce is really giving your best lah.
Yeah.
But sometimes your best isn't enough ma.
But like some people, they feel like, a lot of the very successful, like the millionaires in the industry especially, they actually put in a lot of money, regardless is it on like Facebook, they really just throw in money. So is it like we really need to put in so much money to be successful?
If you ask me for the past 1 to 2 years, I mean, previously we have been throwing some money into Facebook advertisements, all this as well. But I feel that it doesn't really work for us. Like whatever that is already on our plate, like whatever clients that we are already serving, right, we do our best to make sure that we serve them well, right? Actually, we have a lot of referrals that come in from there as well. And along the way, when we do viewings, where the way you present, the way you meet clients, they actually see that you are much better. And then at the end of the day, we actually have cases whereby the buyer's agent come to him and tell him like, my
Sell for
clients
him.
decide to use you
Engage
to
us to sell
their
own
house,
property.
but then I will assist them with their purchase. Because they ask me if I can present the way you present, but they say, but I told them I cannot. I told them it's okay, you can proceed with Andy and Joyce for your sale, which makes it pretty impressive. I think that at the end of the day, it's really doing your best. I mean, of course, you were saying that, sometimes your best is not the best, then I'm sorry, you just need to find somebody that guides you better lah. Yeah, lor. So the only way to do better each day is to improve lah, because you cannot be where you are at and then next year, there will definitely be people who will be surpassing you lah.
I feel that very importantly also, there are a lot of agents out there, right? They only go for the commission. They don't really care about like how you bring your client to enter this project, then how you're going to exit. A lot of agents, they don't really bother about that. But for us, is we look into longevity in the business relationship. That's how we keep getting recurring business from there.
I think for you guys as well lah. I mean,
For us, I think referrals are definitely not as consistent. I mean, on and off, we do get a few referrals. But I remember one time I was in Andy's car, then someone just called, say want to sell the legend. Then Andy asked, 你是怎么找到我的？他讲不懂那个谁给我那个号码。Then it's like multiple tiers of like referral that kind. So to even reach that level, I think it takes some time to build up, which is what we are trying to do. But I think a lot of agents, those who leave the industry, I think sometimes they overspend and then they realize that, hey, this is not working out because I put in this amount of dollars, I'm supposed to get back this amount, and then
I don't match.
They don't get back this amount.
Because we do know of like people that previously they were like us, like agents, right? But end up they decide to actually go into like other agencies that actually pay fixed pay. So now there are a lot of this kind of new agency,
Oh shit.
Yeah, but we actually know of people that actually jump lah, because I believe maybe they're not doing that well in where they are. So they decided to go somewhere that is safer and stability a bit more.
For me, I feel that a lot of, as I say, those new agents, they actually pump in too much money and then they didn't have the skill set to actually establish the kind of values they have to empower the clients. That's why like when they couldn't convert and also couldn't value add to the clients, that's why like every failures, they still couldn't get the gist why their clients are not purchasing through them lah. Yeah, so for us is we really understand the needs and the purpose of the clients. Why do they want to enter into the market right now, and what is like the time frame they are looking at the investment period lah. So through that, through their needs and wants, we actually customize strategic plans for our clients individually.
Okay, can pause a while? I forgot to take something. Because we are in the Christmas season.
My lah.
Hey, legit.
My hair so high.
That's why I turned it on for you.
Wow, you rubber. Wow, this guy can.
Got the Christmas music in the background, right? So I think the next question is about how you guys recruit, how we recruit people. I think it's very different from other industries, because other industry is like the bosses interview the people
Job
that come in.
interviews.
But for real estate, is the people who are coming in interview us.
Correct.
Yeah, except for me lah. When I joined, Andy never even tell me anything. He just say sign here, transfer the money. Okay,
No,
settle.
because I was ready to actually mentor you through to
no,
be
no,
who you
no.
are today. Right?
Sure way. So what I realized actually people go around asking like which mentor to join, which mentor. Then I thinking, hey, last time when I joined, I never even go around asking. Andy asked me meet at John Point Hagen Das. He take out the iPad, he say sign here.
They have a special relationship.
Transfer the money for the name card, then settle. Then okay, I see you next week. That kind. Yeah,
Start
so
job.
that was for me. But I think looking back, no regrets. I think over here we've grown a lot. I've grown a lot since the start on how to close co-leads, because when I started at 21, 22, right, everybody say, hey, this guy just finished NS or what? Yeah,
Look very young.
Yeah, very young, yeah, credible or not. But through the guidance, through the mentorship, I think now we are becoming a bit more consistent. Moving towards higher quantum, higher value properties as well. So no regrets. But why is it now that the new RAS are interviewing mentors instead of the other way around?
Okay, so we have been meeting a lot of experienced agents. Hey, yeah, like, see, you cannot take me seriously, bro. It's a little bit gao actually. Okay, so we have met multiple agents who are struggling in their current agency. But I realized a few of them, they came with the attitude like, it's so entitled, you know, like they ask, what do you have to offer? What can you do for me? Then Joyce and I were like reflecting, wow, last time we didn't even ask this to our current mentor, Joe. If you ask this, I think we will gonna slap multiple times, you know. Because for real estate industry, you don't draw a salary from us. So ultimately to us there's no like superior and downline kind of relationship. Everyone is partner. So or it's more of like we should go into the aspect where how you will be able to add into a group. Yeah, correct. And then we grow together, because everyone do carry different kind of knowledge, experience. And then what the individual have, we may not have. And what we have, they may not have. That's why we come together and then we grow even stronger. I mean, we may not be the best, but we always want to learn to be the best and keep empowering.
Be better. I feel that why most of them come around interviewing the mentors, right, is because they may have bad experiences. So that's why, like, so one of our associate actually came to us and say, I would like to join you guys, but I just want to let you know that my previous mentor say I have a emergency can I just like have a little bit of your time to ask some questions? So the mentor was like, you know what, I only have 5 minutes for you. Yeah. So this kind of thing that scares people off. Like today, if I'm going to join you and this is the amount of time that you're going to spend with me, or like you don't have time for me and you don't have any support or structure or something that I can follow, then what's the point of joining you? Yeah, so I think they just need like some kind of assurance.
So having that said, because we ourselves are also like trying to start a small little team, so what are the kind of traits that can actually differentiate like a good leader to lead a team?
So basically for me, leaders that we will look up to is someone who actually holds very strong values. I mean, ultimately we are both Christian ourselves, so that's why value is definitely one of the main thing. But ultimately, as a real estate mentor, we can recruit so many people, but I feel personally our sales still reflect on our performance. That's why Joyce and I, we always keep wanting to have a breakthrough every year, to actually let our people know that, even in good times or bad times, the market, right, we will still always perform, because we need to set a good example for the people that's following us. That's why, like, day in, day out, these are things that you guys don't see when for Joyce and I. At that point of time when we have kids, but we still need to go all the way to like 2, 3 a.m. or even 4 a.m. To run through all the materials for the meeting, for the training, because we are so... We just want to empower our agents so that when they meet the clients, right, they have the confidence to do that. As I say again, being a mentor, number one, your sale, you must be there also, do well. You must be on the ground to know what is the problem that the people are facing, more relatable. Number two, values and yeah.
Because I mean, to us, we know that like we feel that like 上梁不正下梁歪. So to us, we want to make sure while the anointing flows from the top, if we do our things properly, we will help to guide you guys properly, and then similarly, you guys will also be able to help your people well.
Yeah, because if like let's say if the we being the mentor, we are always like in the club or like womanizing around, that kind of thing. So I mean,
no, these are things that we cannot condone.
Our people, the spouse, they wouldn't feel safe when
they are working
associates with us. Like, 你是跟 Andy and Josh 是去玩还是去做工, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's why these are the things that we really hold it very tightly lah. Like
I think personally for me, so why I decided to join you guys, I think I've seen.
I guess you had no choice as well.
Technically, I didn't go and research lah. I was just because why I came over was last time I was in law firm. You guys remember? So I met Andy and Josh when I was like 14 years old. 14 years old in church last time. Because last time church was chobu, so I went church. So after that, after we weren't really in contact, but still on Instagram. So when I was working in a law firm, same thing, 9 to about 6, but after work you still need to finish up your cases, draft stuff. Then I see the Instagram on Tuesday, Andy go play ball, afternoon go gym. Then like then millionaire, like wow, like easy eh. So I asked like I can do real estate or not. So I remember you say just go and take the exam first, don't waste my time.
I never say waste my time. I never say that.
No, you say pass first, then come and talk. So fortunately I passed. Then I didn't go around asking people, although back then I didn't know, because when you finish the exam, right, once you come out, like everybody come to you everybody come to you. Then I was of the mindset that I already got people I want to join already, so I didn't really go and engage and ask. But last time when Andy and Joyce haven't do real estate yet, they try to save every single cent. So they give tuition, like they mentioned earlier. So they don't take bus one. They also want to save on the bus one. So they take the scooter. They take the scooter. So they must let them finish. But apart from that, they went the JP Kopitiam food court, 2-person share one curry and one rice.
Jurong Point, correct.
So I saw them from that kind of situation until so Hao Lian walk must swing the arm. Then
that's
the
why
hair,
I inspired to be Hao Lian also. Now driving Tesla, having your own property at the age of what, 25, 26.
Okay. So that's the reason why I decided to join them. But maybe you want to share a bit about your scooter story.
Back then, right? Why scooter? So when I was at the 9 to 6 work, I also do take tuition. Meaning to say, I end work, let's say 5:30, then I only have 30 minutes to travel to the student house. So I have to tapa my food, and then 6 p.m. I scoot from the MRT, Choa Chu Kang MRT, to the house. And then after that, right, I need to travel to another condo, which is in Choa Chu Kang also. So I got scoot over there.
Wait, scoot is not the E.
No, not e-bike. It's the use one leg. Yeah, one leg. So I tell you, wow, coming to that, those were the memories because
then we will gym after that.
Yeah, she has friends who are like working at the CBD area. I was wearing my company t-shirt with a bumps and then a sports shoe with a scooter. So scooting around CBD. Then after that,
fixing toilet bowls.
The friend was like, hey, 那个不是Joyce boyfriend man? Wow, can you imagine that those point of time? I was like, wow. This is the time that I really tell myself I have to work hard and that I will never revisit to a state like that lah. But so Joyce and I, back then when we met each other, my bank account barely have
$20.
$100. I came in, just $20. So how I know she was the one? I really got no money. So what happened is I thought, wow, she wanted to sell me insurance when she meet me. So
she did insurance man.
No, I was
exactly.
still studying. Exactly.
No, because
I want to sell him insurance.
Because I was in a in the pitfall of my relationship back then lah. Then I thought she wanted to sell me insurance, and then after so long, then she reconnect with me ma. Then I thought, oh yeah, 应该 sell my insurance.
Oh, so Joyce hit on you ah?
No, no lah. So I mean technically you can say that. So basically, when we go for a meal, I say, kopitiam ah. Then curry like 很好吃啊. Then I say, 我们一起 share 啦，因为我不是很饿. But actually because my bank only got $20. Yeah. But to me is I didn't want to spend so much money, and I was in a mess in my relationship back then lah. So in fact I was being dumb lah. That's why it was very haywire. Then so as in being a gentleman, I always thought meeting a girl, I should actually offer to buy a meal, that kind of thing. Then she said, 不用啦，我们可以untouched的. And I was like, wow, this girl
different.
No, because
不是卖我
all the girls that 他 meet right 都是花他的钱的。That's why when 我不花他的钱，他 confused.
Then we must actually show one picture of Andy last time. Why the girls come? They're handsome. 566. Last time the Facebook picture.
Thanks.
Okay, so from 2-person, 1 curry rice, all the way to EC, 1+ study, and then to 2 condos. Then recently you sold 1 condo, and so now you have 1 condo and 1 landed.
And also a shop house.
And also, wow, how lian. Yeah.
Commercial shop.
So how did you guys do it? Like, is it really based on real estate income?
So basically, because we ourselves, we are doing real estate, we actually know how this game go about, and then that's why we have the confidence to actually put in all our money into these assets. So just to begin with, I think back then in 2017, both of us we got married in 2017, and we thought we just want to apply for BTO. And back then the BTO Clementi 4-room flat was already going at 550,000, 600,000. Clementi, yes, 4-room.
4-room, 500K.
Yeah, exactly. Back then. Okay. So that's why we met our boss Joe, and then she was like saying to reconsider on EC, there's 1+ study. Then 我就在想, wow, how do I make do with just 1 bedroom and 1 study room? Because I love sports, and I want my own bedroom, and then guest room, gym, then got storage room to keep my bicycle, you know, that kind of thing. Then boss told us, if let's say I got a product today, opposite already selling at 700,000, now you're buying at 455,000. Does it make sense that you can make that profit lah, 250,000? So 他就讲 like even if 你卖600千，你赚一个150千 also like make money 嘛。We went ahead with the EC 1+ study, thankfully, and then 2021 we got an early approval to actually sell the property, because we have like 2 kids back then, and my father-in-law staying with us, and a helper. So total 6 people staying in a 570 square feet unit.
1 toilet.
Yeah, so we wrote in, thankfully, thank God that actually HDB approved us to sell early. And that's why we exited at 600,000 back then, made 150,000 profit. We proceeded to buy our Clairvon 4+ study. And then fast forward, in 2024, we actually just offload that property with a
1 mil profit.
Yeah, so really want to thank God. And if we had not made the decision to buy EC, we wouldn't even progress to where we are now lah. So and along the way, like we actually achieved millionaire for the past 5 years, right? We actually reinvest the money into buying property lah. Thankfully for a wonderful wife, instead of collecting sports car keys, we are actually collecting property keys lah. So I'm really thankful for her for that, having a wife. Very wise wife. Yeah, so now basically we sold off the 4+ study. We have funds of 1.4 million, and we actually just bought another landed that is 3.65. So we just put down a 1 million down payment. We actually
And the rest for the renovation.
yeah, correct. So and then currently my 5 beta, we can actually waiting for a right buyer and buy a semi-detached or detached lah.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me, it seems like a dream or like sure no, I can do or not. But we are already walking the talk. We already experience it. That's why it's really doable. It's just whether you dare to take that step to put down the money for buying the property lah.
But you also must buy the right property.
Correct, the right property.
Yeah, of course, I think buy the right property, and also like the affordability is most important lah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so personally for me, I think ECs are definitely the way to go. But the challenge for EC is that not many people can afford
The down payment.
the down payment because of the MSR is a semi-private, but the loan wise is follow MSR, so that's why your loan is affected. Your down payment has to be higher, and in fact, when you guys bought also, you all needed a bit of
borrow
we
borrow
borrow
money
from
from
my mom also.
comfort. Yeah. Then for us is we I think for most people they don't have the parents don't have spare funds to. So I think BTO is good for like
Stepping
stone. If can go for ECs.
Of course, if you
yeah,
can.
but best of course new launches lah. Condo new launches. So I think a lot of people have the misconception about real estate agents or even insurance agents, especially they see Chobu, they say, oh, this one confirm got do funny stuff. So far, have you experienced something of that sort?
When I just started, right, because I was only 21 years old, then
Fresh.
still look like a kid, right? So,
Right. You mentioned right.
right. So the thing is, I went for the appointment, then it was all cold leads, don't have warm leads lah. Then this uncle, like maybe about close to 60 years old, then he has quite a few properties. So as a new agent, hungry, desperate, and just want to close deal. But then to me, it's like, I just do my best, right? So I went for all the appointments, try to take like nice shots of the house. Then did viewings already with a Japanese tenant. The tenant left. So I remember we were at Marina Bay Residences. I was alone with the owner. So I just said, okay, I take some photos. Then after taking everything, I look out of the balcony and then I stand out and then I just like randomly said, wow, your balcony view very nice, huh? And I felt a hand holding my waist after that. Then after that I was so frightened, right? Because I was alone. Then he was working full time at that time. So I turned and looked at him and like, 你在做什么? And it's not like I went until like very low cut or what. I was like
Yeah,
in
just
long
professional.
pants,
Right.
proper clothes.
Yeah.
And I was
Daytime.
it was daytime like 2 p.m. like that. Yeah, and not even wearing like tight clothes. Like it's really like just proper work clothes. Then he hold me and was like, oh no lah, you look like you are very fit, like that. Then I like, oh my goodness,
the
like
important thing is that we were still wearing braces back then.
yeah, we were wearing braces, like really like a kid like that. Then after that I was frightened, but like I let my hair down. I think my ears were like red, So I said, okay, you know what? You want to drink tea, right? Let's go down. I think my EQ level at that moment was like 200%. So I thought I got myself out of it already because I left the unit, right? Then we took the lift down together. So, downstairs have like toast box, all this. So when we took the lift down, I was like, okay, at least I'm like in the lift already, safe. Then again, this guy said, he very clever. He never said you or me. He said, your braces pain or not? I say, no, why? Oh, one try kiss.
Oh shit! You want to
Yeah, super disgusting. Then in my head, I was like running through my mind like, small one try kiss. Then it's like, do you want to try to kiss me like that? Then I freaking like, oh my goodness. Like, I look at him, I was like, no. Then the door opened, I was like, you crazy leh. Then I walked out. I still had coffee with him. I still sit down.
You scold him.
I scold him already. I still had drink with him. That's why I say,
sorry.
he didn't. So that's why I say my EQ level really 200%.
No, our friend here is very gullible back then.
Anyway, so then after I still sat down and we still had bought coffee and sit down in front of him and then I still drink with him and then he say, oh, oh, you laugh. Okay,
No,
then
at
I
this
said,
stage you still drink coffee.
yeah, I still drink coffee with him leh. Oh my god. When I went home, I was like, my goodness, this uncle really terrible. So I said to him, hey, you are Catholic, right? If you anyhow go and kiss other girl like that, Jesus will be angry with you, Then he was quite frightened. Then he looked at me and he was like, yeah, I think he was shocked. Because
No, I think
I
she was
feel
shocked
that
with 小杂包. Telling me all this.
because I was very shocked about the way he acted, and like this is my first time encountering such cases also. So then after that, I think from that day onwards, all my viewings I brought Andy along with me. Yeah, because like I felt I very traumatized.
No, are you still serving him?
Actually, I stopped texting him for like 5 years already. Then like recently, I got text him, hello, do you have like other
he probably
properties?
forgotten.
He totally forgot
not
about
the
me
only
because
one.
when
He probably did this to a lot of people.
I think he thinks that property agents all can
Like that.
sleep around one. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the...
Before that, I actually had bak kut teh with him like during other viewings. Then he actually touched my leg like this. So I never think too much. Then when all these things happened, I realized that actually he didn't treat me like his daughter. He was like actually trying to be funny lah. Yeah. So
Sugar baby you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So
But he reached
I think he's rich lah, because he
A few
has like many
Multiple
properties
properties.
lah. Yeah. Anyway, I forgo those properties lah. After that,
You also don't need. Okay.
I also don't need. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that's a Cheeko Pek one. Then I think Andy has one,
Yeah.
like any funny encounters, like supernatural encounter one.
I don't think it's funny lah. I feel it's more spooky lah, because this one really got the shock hell of me lah. So basically, there was one 4-room flat that I actually sold in Punggol. The house was vacant. Then back then we didn't have PA yet, so I have to go down, take photo, take the virtual tour all myself lah. Then I stepped in the house. Wow. The whole house is like all lulu black
Black one, right?
Yeah. Then the moment I set up my equipment, all the windows were closed. Then the master bedroom door slammed by itself, and nobody. It was only myself.
Daytime lah.
Daytime. Can you imagine? Daytime, about 3-4 p.m. And
Not raining also.
immediately I just felt
Something's wrong.
not right already, like goosebumps already. I called Joyce. 宝啊，这个屋子有一点不对嘞，要继续吗？
对我讲你怕就走咯，回家啦。
他讲你怕就走，然后 I'm like，哎呀 ，maybe 我想太多啦。Then after that, I took my camera to the master bedroom. Then I just felt like something was there. It's very off. It's like telling me to go. And because all the windows were closed, can you imagine how do we even have such a strength to actually slam the door like that? Then I told her, I think I faster take. Then I chow. I think that was really one of the encounter that I really kena so bad. Then you know what? After I sold the house.
And we have 15 groups of viewing.
We sold the house. The owner told me, "Wow, Andy, I'm very surprised and impressed you sold the house so fast."
Because he knows got something wrong.
The
After
owner,
that, then she
as in
said,
he know.
I was like, deep down in my house, thinking, "Wow, 你不早跟我讲嘞."
Yeah, so that's the dilemma. If you all had known this earlier, right?
Yeah, right.
maybe we wouldn't have
sold the house.
Also, you all sold without knowing, but you all know something off already, what?
No, basically the encounter, but we didn't know that it was like haunted.
He thought he was overthinking.
Yeah.
No, but the
Yes.
house got like play anything.
Okay,
It was just
the
the altar law, right?
the Guang Gong was there lah. Then after that,
You said you took metal pot, right? And then
The black
cannot
or
shoot
something,
that,
yeah.
that angle.
So there were two instances. One is in front of the the
Altar.
Chinese altar got Tua Pei Gong one. No matter how I take, got scan alignment issue. Then,
Just cannot.
But the weird thing is the moment I say I look at the altar, I say,
我只是来
if
拍照而已。
I offended you, I'm sorry, but I just here to do my work. You know what? The next moment you can shoot. Wow. Then never mind. Then same thing lor. For that one, keep having scan alignment issues. Then I told her, wow, cannot already. Something is not right already. Then so what happened is the owner told me back then
Because you told the owner, you say you sign everything already, then you say actually 你屋子
是不是有
感觉怪怪，有没有东西？你感觉得
then
到啊？
that's why she said, that's why she said, I'm surprised that you got it sold so fast, and is it that spirit had
Help you.
has
Found
chosen another owner to
the
follow.
new-
Wow.
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
No,
then
the new
我们
owner
真
is
的
Chinese.
Chinese.
Oh,
But the thing is, I don't know also. I don't know. Yeah, but the group of buyer I was telling her, they also feel a bit like
Off,
like 有点 duck 那种的啦, you know.
Yeah, so maybe 他们也是知道。
But I think previously you got mentioned like the door cannot close or something like that.
No, so basically what happened was the owner told me how this all thing happened is the relative, I think the brother, like at the went to the lift, right, when they gotten the key, the lift door keep open close for multiple time. Then suddenly don't know why the brother said this 你不要玩我啦，你要你就跟我来啦。Then the moment 一跟他来then the
Everything just not right.
yeah, the brother, I think he passed away also.
Because
I
of-
think, yeah.
Don't know. Just
No, so basically, they hired those medium, even Tua Yape, Li Yape, you know, that kind of thing. Go up to the house and priest, that kind of thing. And apparently, they actually say that there was one female spirit
in the house.
Then sometimes, like, they can hear people, a lady crying, that kind.
In the house.
Yeah,
lah.
wow, when I think already, wow, 你不早讲欸brother，不要玩but thank God lah. I mean, hopefully because maybe we are covered by the blood of Jesus lah. That's why. But anyway, yeah lor. So this was just a few of the instances. But I feel as an agent, every house that you go, whether you believe it or not, every house you go, I think respect the house. There was somebody who told me there's always a spirit in the house, but I just don't know whether it's good or bad. But to me, that's why I always respect the house wherever I go. Yeah.
That's all for this episode of STFU.
If you are looking to join a group of like-minded, highly motivated individuals, do reach out to us. Otherwise, we wish you a Merry Christmas and we see you at the next episode.